Very good evening to all the parents and the students today who are attending our exclusive webinar with Palacky University. We have with Ms. Jana Osmani, who is the person in charge for the university admissions. And we also have with us Rami, who is a existing student in the second year, correct, Rami?
In the fourth year.
In the fourth year, sorry, who is studying dentistry at Palacky. So along with Ms. Jana, he will be also sharing few interesting information, his experience, and of course at the Q&A, please feel free to ask him as well. So as everybody is aware that, Ganberi has been hosting a series of webinars. So today we have Palacky University, and everybody knows Palacky University is in Czech Republic. And of course, it's the well-known, renowned name for medical students who are looking for medical education. Students and the parents who have already visited Ganberi or who are already enrolled at the moment with us for the medical university, everybody knows that Ganberi provides one-on-one personalized assistance and guidance throughout the admission process. Of course, our assistance is free of charge. Students only pay the application fee to the university. We also have a service called Super Mentor. All of you or who are not aware yet, it's part of our services on our website. It is more catering to one-on-one mentoring from senior students of the university. So in this case, we already have Rami with us. So you can directly connect with him through this webinar and have questions to him. The whole presentation is going to be for 30 minutes. The Q&A will be 20 to 25 minutes, depending on how we try to manage the entire 60 minutes. But please feel free to ask questions, because at the end of the day, it'll help you decide your medical university. So over to you, Ms. Jana. I shall stop sharing my screen.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Greetings, everyone, and thank you for taking the time to find out more about Palacky University. So as Pranali has mentioned already, I work as the registrar at Palacky University, the Faculty of Medicine and Dentistry, registrar for the English program taught here at the faculty. So what I want to tell you about today is some information about where we are located, Olomouc, the city where we're located, about the university itself and the faculty and the programs taught here. Okay, so basically to begin with, Olomouc and the faculty are located in the Czech Republic, which, as you see it on the map, conveniently located right in the center of Europe. Olomouc itself is in the eastern part of the country. If you are to fly to Prague, which is the most likely location where you would get a flight, it's about 2 hours away from Olomouc. There are other airports that you could use, Brno probably, or Vienna in Austria, Bratislava in Slovakia. Yeah, all is quite easily reachable when you are to go to Olomouc. The city of Olomouc itself is a really historical place. It was founded back in the 11th century, actually. It's a true university town. There are 100,000 inhabitants in Olomouc, and the students of our university, the students of Palacky University, make more than 20,000 students. So you can see yourself that the ratio, it really makes a difference in life of this place. When you're looking at these historical photographs, please don't imagine Olomouc to be some sleepy hollow. It's a place where a lot goes on. There are lots of sort of cafes, restaurants, opportunities to sort of experience culture, to pursue sports activities. The public transport system in Olomouc, I would say, is pretty good. You can, although the city is small enough for you to go around on foot if you want to. I kind of like to do that. But if you'd rather use the buses and trams, there's good connections everywhere. There's some more photos from the center of the city. I'm sure you will like it. If you would like to, on YouTube, there's some very pretty videos made by Palacky University that kind of give you the vibe of the place. If you're not able to sort of come and see it in person, at least do that, watch those. It's really nice. Palacky University itself is a university that has a really long-standing tradition. It was founded in the 16th century. It's the oldest university in Moravia, which is the region of the Czech Republic, and the second oldest in the country, the second oldest in the Czech Republic after Charles University. Having said that, now the university is a modern education facility. It has a very wide range of study programs and lots of scientific as well as research activities. We're one of the most important Central European centers of education and research, boasting achievements on the European and global level in a number of disciplines. The Palacky University plays a significant role in the region in the sense that it's the largest employer in this region and in the city, and the economic growth in the area also is given the university. The university itself is not just the medical faculty. Palacky University consists of 8 faculties, which you can see them listed here. The Faculty of Medicine and Dentistry is one of them. On the map here, this is a map of Olomouc. The red logos of the university are locations of our sort of campus, although the university here, it's not the traditional campus as such. We're not sort of in one place. So you can see this is the whole center of the city, and you can see the individual faculties are sort of all over the place. Where you would be, though, the Faculty of Medicine and the teaching hospital are in one location here, so you don't sort of have to worry about any complicated commute. This location here is the dental clinic in the center of Olomouc, so if you decide, or if you're thinking about studying dentistry rather than general medicine, this is where you would be going during the course of your studies. So I've mentioned already there are 20,000 students here at the university. The number of accredited study programs at Palacky is, I think, quite impressive. It's 840 study programs. There are also lots of exchange programs available here and lifelong learning programs. We're one of the top Czech universities, international rankings. That's something that I thought you might be interested in. You can see the numbers on this slide here. Here are some other sort of data figures about the university. Again, perhaps all of this would be tedious for you, but this one number I thought you might be interested in, the number of international students at the university, about 3,500 of international students. So I thought that might make it interesting or perhaps even more attractive for you. When I mentioned Olomouc is not a sleepy hollow, and the university sort of makes a big part in the life of the city. There are events organized by the university, lots of events that not only the students take part in, actually sort of general population of Olomouc is really happy and grateful for all the events organized by the uni. And you can see that the students are definitely enjoying themselves. I think it shows in the photos. Now, this photograph, that's now coming to the Faculty of Medicine and Dentistry. That's our faculty, which has been in continuous operation since after the Second World War. This building here is where, if you decide to enroll with us, this is where you would be starting your classes. You would spend the first 3 years of your university life definitely in these buildings. This is what we call an old building of the faculty. This one was established in the 1950s, refurbished since then, of course. And I have a photo here of a new building of the faculty. So it's kind of just like in Olomouc itself, you know, even at the faculty, the old sort of meets the new, the traditional meets the modern, the more scientific, the research oriented. Now about the study programs that we offer. It's general medicine and dentistry. Both are established as master degree programs. Having said that, these programs can be enrolled. When I say masters, it doesn't mean that you have to have a bachelor degree completed before enrolling it. Yeah, these programs, both these programs are accessible after you complete your high school studies, after you complete your secondary education. You can enroll into general medicine or dentistry. You can see the number of students enrolled here currently are shown on the screen. One thing extra that I would like to share with you perhaps is the fact that the medical program was established here. It's been almost 30 years now that we've been teaching medicine in English. The Czech program that I've mentioned, that was since after the Second World War, so since the 1940s. The medical faculty has been operating, but the English program almost 30 years in operation now. The dentistry program is a younger sibling of the medical program. The dentistry studies in English have opened 10 years ago. After completing these studies, should you decide to stay on, there are PhD programs available here as well. Yeah. One thing I definitely need to mention, that degrees from these programs are recognized all over Europe. And also we have graduates working in the United States, Canada, Japan, Taiwan, where else? Egypt, Israel, different countries all over the world. This slide would give you an idea about where our students are from. These are all the countries where our students are from. Yeah, just give you a chance to see. And we have a little statistic here. These are sort of the largest groups of students. So there you can see a lot of students here from the United Kingdom, a lot of Israeli students, and all the other nationalities that I've shown you here. There would be sort of smaller groups of students. I think that's really one thing that's really good about the faculty. That's the diversity here. I think that's a fantastic experience for you. Yeah, some more photos of the premises of the faculty. Again, the top photo is from the new building. So you can see that's a very modern space as compared to the old building of the faculty. This is a study room that's located in the new building. The students very appropriately call it a fishbowl. This study room is open 24/7, so that's a place which is never empty. Actually, there's always someone studying there. There would usually be medical or dentistry students. This study room is accessible to students from the whole Palacky University, not just from our faculty. So to my experience, it's either the future doctors or lawyers occupy the fishbowl usually. Yeah, there's some more spaces here from the faculty. This is a library with this sort of lounge corner where students like to study and perhaps rest a little bit. Some more facilities from the faculty, an eating area there. Just for you to have a glimpse of what it looks like here. Teaching lab for histology, which is a course for the medical program in the first and in the second year. Chemistry lab here. Dissection room. Dissections here are done in the first year. The dissections are done on cadavers, and dissection course is a part of the curriculum in the first year. You would have 1 week of dissections in each one of the semesters. Yeah, the year is divided to 2 semesters, winter and a summer semester, and you would have 1 week of dissections in each semester. Moving on to fees. In general medicine program, you can expect your tuition fee to be 10,500 euros per year. The medical program is a 6-year program. Should you decide to study dentistry, this course is for 5 years, and the current fees are 11,800 euros again per year. One thing that's important to mention is that we give a guarantee on the fees that the level of your fees will stay the same as when you enter the course. Yeah, so should there be any increase in the fee, it will not affect the amount that you will be paying. The amount will stay the same throughout your course. These are a few sort of things I would like to pinpoint about our teaching programs here. What we feel is good about us is teaching that's divided to smaller groups, where you can expect that as a medical student, there would be around 65 students in your year, in the first year. So there would be some classes where you would have like lectures you would have done for the whole year, for the whole first year, but for many classes you would be divided to smaller groups of say 15 students. So when you go for some lab work, when you have these dissections, you can expect the teaching to be done in these smaller groups. Yeah, we try to pay sort of personal attention to students in the sense that we have tutors here at the faculty. By tutor here, I mean a person who's not so much to help you with your studies or to teach you. Tutor in our system here is, I don't know, I would say maybe like an aunt here for you, who you can go to if any problem that you're experiencing, sort of, you don't know how to deal with your insurance, you need help with your visa, you need to book a doctor's appointment, you don't know how to do that. So someone who you can go to if you have trouble in a new country, you don't know how to take care of things. So that's what a tutor is for here. Yeah, all the other services that we provide, you can read through that yourselves perhaps. One thing I would like to mention though is the accommodation provided by the university. you as international students would have a place booked in our halls of residence automatically. Yeah, you can expect, if you decide that you will be staying in the halls, you can expect that you will be sharing a room with one more person. I think, if I'm not mistaken, after I'm done with the presentation, when we talk to Rami, I think I identified a room in the halls in the background there. So perhaps if he's staying at the halls, maybe he can tell you more about it, how it is there, that it's not a very big space. It's a room to be shared with one roommate, but I think it's kind of good to stay within the community of students. Yeah, so that's just so that you know that the option is there, yeah, for accommodation. Here I have the courses that are taught here are listed here. It's not something that we need to go over in much detail, just so that you have some kind of an idea how it goes. You sort of start the course with theoretical subjects. So the first 2 years, definitely, partly in the third year as well, you would do the theory of medicine or dentistry. Then you would be moving on to preclinical subjects. And then from the fourth year of the medical program, you start learning clinical courses, which means the courses will be taught not only here at the faculty, not only in classrooms, but you would be going to the local teaching hospital, which is where all the teaching would be done. About the hospital, I'll tell you about that in a minute. Yeah, similar way is how the division of courses is done for the dentistry program. So you can have a look at this. Again, you'll have to start with the foundation, theoretical foundation, although the dentists sort of start with practical work from the very first year. So the dentistry program is somewhat different from the medical one in this respect. Once you complete your studies here, which would be after 6 years if you are enrolled in the medical course, 5 years if you decide to be a dentist, you will be completing the course with a degree Doctor of Medicine or a Doctor of Dentistry. This is to show you some of the simulators that we use to teach here at the faculty. And there is going to be a new simulator center is being built now. So that's sort of this kind of teaching. It'll be more extensive, I would say. Yeah, here you can see the phantoms, what we call it, simulators for the dentists. Rami will be able to tell you more about it later on if you would be interested to know anything. Now about the teaching hospital here in Olomouc, the university hospital. Yeah, I've mentioned that you'll be going there for your clinical classes from the fourth year onwards. Now, the Olomouc Teaching Hospital is one of the largest inpatient facilities in the country, actually, and the largest medical facility in our region, in the region of Olomouc, 6th largest hospital in the country. Just to give you some figures so that you get some idea about how big this place is. There are 68 departments in the teaching hospital. We have 1,200 beds. There are more than 4,000 employees, and there are actually over 1 million outpatient procedures are done in this hospital per year. Student association here at the faculty, which is called PEPA, Palacky English Program Association. This is an association of students from the international program here at the faculty who, and Rami, again, I'm mentioning the student who's here with us today. Rami is a member of this association. So again, he'll be able to tell you more. The student association sort of organizes various events for students, starting from sort of social activities in the sense of a ball that they hold, sports activities, also different kinds of seminars, lectures, where senior students try to help their junior colleagues. That kind of stuff is done. One thing I need to mention is the Freshers Week that's organized by this association. So when you first come to Olomouc to start your studies, you can be sure that Peppa will take care of you in the beginning, show you around, make sure that you know where to go for your classes, make sure that you're comfortable here. So I think that that's one brilliant thing about this place, the Student Association. Now, moving on to admissions, I think some of you are already registered to take our entrance exam next week. In case some of you are only thinking of applying, this is where I'm listing the documents that you will need to provide if you want to apply for Palacky University. Yeah, basically what we need is a confirmation that you've completed your secondary education, or a confirmation that you are about to complete it. We will need a proof of your English proficiency. That means one of the certificates mentioned on the slide here, or a letter from your school confirming that your education is being done in English. That will work for us as well. Copy of your passport and a letter that will sort of give us an idea, why is it that you're looking to study medicine or dentistry? Yeah, there's an application fee that we charge, which is 690 Czech koruna. That comes to about 35 US dollars. Yeah, so these are the documents that we will need from you together with your application. When to apply, depending on when you decide to take the entrance exam. If you are one of those students who will be taking the exam next week, we have an exam scheduled next Friday, then your applications are already done, already in place. So this is not something you need to worry about. If you're only thinking about applying, then you need to know that your application, your complete application with all the documents submitted and the application fee paid needs to be done 2 weeks before the entrance exam at the very latest. Yeah. Here to give you some idea about what the online, what the entrance exam consists of, which is an online test at the moment. So you will need to take 3 science papers as part of the exam. I've also shown the number of questions that you can expect in the exam. All questions in the test are multiple choice. That might be useful for you to know. So it's biology, chemistry, and then physics or mathematics in the science part. Yeah, these are the 3 papers that you will need to take. English language test is part of the exam in case you haven't provided any of the certificates that we need to prove your English proficiency. If you are one of the students registered for the exam next week, then I've gone through all your documents, and all students registered for next week are good for their English proficiency, by which I'm saying you will not need to take the language test, only the science part. The minimum required marks for the exam are shown here. So in order for you to get a passing score from the exam, you need to achieve 50% minimum from each science test paper. Your overall result for the 3 papers needs to be 165 percentage points minimum. Yeah. If you're taking the language test, you'll need to score 60% at least. Yeah, that's just in a nutshell. If you are taking the exam next week, or all of this, you have already received an email from me actually. So everything about the exam is explained there in detail. There's a video for you to watch, so you don't have to worry that this is maybe too quick. It's just to give you an idea. During the exam, please expect that you'll need to have a camera on, and sort of an external camera that will give us a picture of what's happening in the space where you'll be taking the exam. So something like this, we'll need to see your screen, your keyboard, we'll need to see what's happening while you're taking the exam. If you manage to clear the test part, then please expect you'll be called for a Zoom interview, which doesn't go testing any more of the scientific knowledge that you have. It's more about checking if your English is proficient enough for you to pursue the course here, and to see about your motivation to study here. Okay, so that's about all that I wanted to share with you today as far as the presentation goes.
I think it was great. I'm sorry, I know we are running out of time, and so as committed, we had 1 hour, but I know there are still questions coming up. So the Ganberi will reply to you guys, and we end the Q&A over here. And thank you so much for all the parents, students who have participated today to be part of the webinar. And thank you, Ms. Yana, and thank you, Rami, for
thank you so much
today.
for having me, and thank you for your time here.
Yes, and before we end, I'm going to just shoot the polls. So just take just few seconds just to answer, so that we know how the experience in the webinar today has been, and it will help us make it much better or improvise. Thank you. Thank you all, and have a good day, and be safe. Take care of yourself, and stay away from Corona, I would say.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jana. Thank you, Rami. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
See you. Bye.